All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started because we have a long public speak out today. So welcome to the Finance Committee meeting, everyone. I want to welcome my colleagues on the council, Councilor Gomez, Councilor Williams, Councilor Davila, Councilor Allen, both on the Finance Subcommittee. So we'll just go ahead and get started. Who is SDF? Sandy Federico? Okay. All right. And welcome everybody else. Mike Eaton, that's the name I haven't seen in a long time. Hi, Mike.
Hey, Tracy, how are you?
How are you?
Good to see you. Good.
Good. Yep. All right, we're gonna go ahead and start with the Parks Department grant for Blunt Park, $400,000 match required.
Hi, Councilor Whitfield. Thank you. I'm just going to cover these for Pat Sullivan for the Finance Subcommittee meeting, but he'll be at the 7 o'clock tonight.
Okay.
So the Parks Department received a $400,000 grant for some upgrades to Blunt Park. The upgrades to Blunt Park will include an installation of an accessible splash pad, accessible connections to existing park amenities, the development of a woodland trail, and landscaping and improvements. There also is a $250,000 match from CDBG.
All right, any questions from counselors? All right, seeing none, we'll move on. Yep, Counselor Gomez, is that you? Oh, thought someone said something. Tim, was that you? No, all right, we'll keep going. Mass Trails Grant, Camp Star Trail Phase 2, 100,000 match required.
Yes, so this is to fund phase 2 of the Camp Star Angelina Trail. The first phase was completed, and that was permitting, design, and the first 550 feet of the trail. This phase 2 will complete the construction of the accessible trail all the way through Porter Lake. There is a match. It is $25,000 also from CDBG.
Okay, thank you. Any questions? All right, seeing none, we'll move on to the FY22 Shine Grant amendment increase for 74,997.
Yes, this is our Shine Grant, and it's actually the balance of the FY22 grant, and it's level funded.
Okay. All right. Any questions there? And I just want to welcome Councilor Fenton. Thanks for joining. FY22 Emergency Connectivity Fund Grant, 28,294.
Thank you. So I'll speak to this one as well. So this is a grant given to the library department, and they are going to use it to purchase 100 Chromebooks that are going to be available for patrons to borrow.
Great. I thought we had a grant similar to that the last time.
We did. That was for mobile hotspots, and that was from the Board of Library Commissioners.
Okay. All right. Hotspots and Chromebooks. That's great.
Yeah.
Parks donation, 5,250, 199.
So this is a total donation from multiple donors, much like last time. Again, some for specific use, some for not. They'll be put in separate accounts based on what the specific use is or not.
All right. Any questions? All right. Seeing none. Parks Department, another donation for 5,000 from Colony Hills donation.
Yep, so this is from Colony Hills Neighborhood Association. This is a $5,000 donation. It's intended to cover 10% of the total project cost of the renovation and landscaping at the traffic island at the intersection of Park Drive and Colony Road in Springfield.
Thank you. Section 108 loan, $5 million, no match.
So Counselor, this, I'm actually going to ask that it be withdrawn. Per Tim Sheehan, he's actually going to go directly to Counselor Brown to have this put on to the Economic Development Subcommittee, if that's the committee. So I'm actually going to ask this be withdrawn tonight.
Okay. Supplemental budget increase in state aid, $3,860,083. Guess that's the school department, so that would be you, Mike.
Good evening, everyone. For those of you I haven't met, I'm Mike Eaton from the school department's business office. So as in prior years, the state passed its final budget after the school committee and city council budgets, approved budgets from last year. So as a result, it's a net increase of 3.8 million in state aid. So this is to approve that increase to the current year budget.
Any questions on that one?
I do, Madam Chair.
Sure.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. Mike, quick question. I see there's a 3.86 increase. What triggered this increase?
So the school department built the budget based on the governor's numbers in order to have that budget approved prior to the fiscal year, to have that security. We can't wait until the conference committee votes on the final state budget. So we were expecting a variance every year. We kind of have to true up around this time. It was just more significant this year because of the passage of the Student Opportunity Act. That's why the high dollar amount of 3.8.
I'm sorry, I think I lost you there, Mike. This year is higher because of why?
The Student Opportunity Act, which is a 7-year plan to phase in adequate funding and sufficient funding for public education in Massachusetts. So this is year 1. As a result, they're phasing in increases to the foundation rates used in the Chapter 70 formula. So we built the budget based on the governor's numbers. The school committee voted in May.
Right.
The city council voted in June, and then the state finalized their budget in the summer. So now we're truing it up based on that final number, which resulted in a $3.8 million increase to the school district.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Mike.
Yep.
Well, thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Any other questions from counselors? Mike, do you guys know how you're going to expend the additional 3 million?
Yeah, so the school committee already voted late last month on how to allocate the funding, and 2.2 million of it will be allocated to charter tuition based on the state's final assessment. And the remaining 1.6 million will go directly to school operations in the form of allocations given to each school, so they can purchase additional teachers, fund tutoring programs, do interventions, things of that nature for our highest need student subgroups.
Okay, since I got you, do you have any knowledge of 57 staff leaving Commerce High School?
I don't, but it's something I can look into.
Could you please?
Yeah, no problem.
All right, because I heard that there's a huge shortage over there. I guess there's shortage throughout, but I heard that they lost quite a bit.
It's definitely a struggle right now, but I'll look into Commerce for sure.
Okay, all righty. Thank you. Any other questions from counselors? All right, seeing none, we're done. That was nice, quick and easy. So we're gonna withdraw the 5,108,000 and send it to the Economic Development Committee. Yay, Mike. And then we will, I think that's it. And we got the supplemental budget. Those are the highest items. Everything else self-explanatory. So
Yeah,
we're gonna call it a night.
Madam Chair,
Yeah.
quick question before we adjourn. Item 12 through 14.
12 through 14?
Actually, you know what? I apologize. I'm looking at the
Oh.
regular agenda.
Oh, I was like, wait, I missed that many?
No, because I see that we have, let me see. Of course, when you need things right away, you can find them, right? I have on the regular agenda, CPC money, I have a TIF. Is that,
Oh, let me see.
There is a TIF on the agenda tonight. As I understand, that's already gone to a committee. I'm not sure which one.
Okay.
okay,
Oh, CPC recommendation to
12
fund the
and 14,
historic
yeah.
renovation. I think we spoke about that one last time.
We did, but I think we had,
Oh, sent it back to committee?
was that the disposition? I don't recall exactly. I know there was a discussion about creating parameters for how it's going to be used with respect to local high and prevailing wage. It's not on the agenda for today, but at least for this subcommittee. Is that something that maybe I will leave it up to you, Madam Chair.
I don't know that anyone's here from the CPC committee to speak to it, so hopefully, let me just see. It was to 2612 Main Street.
Yep. Councilor Gomez, do you have any recollection on that, sir? Oh, did he leave already? Oh, no.
I thought we were all done with.
Yeah. I'm just bringing it up because I see that there in the regular agenda, and I didn't see it in our agenda today, so I don't know where we're
Madam
going.
Chair,
Yes,
are you talking about the final CPC item?
yeah.
I
And
believe
welcome,
that
Counselor
it was-
Letterman.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Sorry, my apologies for being late.
That's okay.
I believe that it was continued to the next meeting, and Counselor Ramos was going to see if he could get the agreement for the same wage theft language that they had gotten from Wayfinders. I don't see him on this meeting, but that was the result of the last meeting.
Yeah, Councilor Lema, was that for item 12 and 13? The historic district as well for the museums?
No, that one I thought we were all done with.
Yeah, that's not on here.
I thought that was I thought the only one that the final discussion hadn't taken place was relative to the Main Street property.
Yeah, because I see here,
That's a letter to the city council.
historic district. Yes, my apologies. You're correct. Yes. Yep. Okay. All right. Thank you, Madam Chair.
So hopefully he'll be on tonight and we'll get some information from him then.
Do we know what committee that item 14 for the TIF went to?
Let me see if I have that info. I just have to look in my emails. 1 second.
Yeah.
I would just be mindful of what is on the agenda and what is not.
Correct.
We don't want
Yes.
an open meeting violation discussing matters that are not on the agenda.
Yeah, thank you.
You mean
Just
on the
for
finance
informational
committee agenda?
purposes.
Correct.
Thank you, Ed.
All right, so I guess we can just address them at the regular meeting. And just to be on the safe side, because they're not on the finance committee agenda.
No, I realized that, but okay, all right.
Yeah, they weren't, I don't know why they
Yeah.
weren't referred, but we'll just discuss them in the regular meeting.
Okay, thank you, Madam Chair.
All right, so we'll just go ahead and adjourn the meeting.
Thank you.
Thank you,
See you
everyone.
at 6:30.
All righty.